Welcome back to our channel. You know that old is gold, but these coins that are most valuable. You are lucky if you have one of these. Please watch complete video. Let's start this. We're diving into a fascinating piece of American history, the 1980p Mint Mark Washington quarter dollar. Did you know that some of these coins could be worth a staggering $1.3 million right now? If you're holding on to one, you might be sitting on a small fortune. Stick around as we explore how to identify these rare coins, their history, and what could make yours so valuable today. Before we jump in, let me ask you, have you ever found a coin in your change or your collection that seemed ordinary but turned out to be worth way more than you expected? Well, that's exactly the kind of story we're talking about today. First, let's talk basics. The 1980p Washington quarter was minted in Philadelphia. That's what the P Mint mark means. Unlike some rare coins from the early 1900s, these quarters were produced in large quantities, millions, in fact. So, how can a coin from 1980 be worth millions? It all boils down to a few special factors: rarity, condition, and errors or unique features. Most 1980p quarters are common and worth their face value, 25 cents. But in rare cases, a few of these quarters have an incredible twist. Some of these quarters carry minting errors like double dies, off-center strikes, or unusual die cracks. These anomalies are rare and make the coins highly collectible. One particular 1980p quarter has gained massive attention from collectors because of such an error, driving its market value up to $1.3 million, because collectors and investors see these errors as unique pieces of history. They're not just coins, they're one-of-a-kind artifacts. And when demand is high, the price skyrockets. So, how do you know if your 1980p quarter could be worth this much? Here are some quick tips to spot a valuable coin. Check the mint mark carefully. Is it clear and sharp? Look for any doubled images, especially around the date or the lettering. Inspect the coin's edges and center for any off-center strikes or irregularities. Consider the coin's condition. Is it uncirculated, with no scratches or wear? Condition is key. A pristine coin graded MS 70, mint state 70, can be worth thousands or even millions, while a worn coin may only be worth its face value. If you believe you have one of these rare coins, it's essential to get it graded by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. This certification can authenticate the coin and dramatically increase its value. To give you an idea, one of these rare 1980p era quarters recently sold for an incredible $1.3 million at auction. Yes, you heard that right. Over $1 million for a single quarter. Imagine the possibilities if you have one. So, what should you do if you find a rare 1980p quarter or think you might have one? Don't spend it. Keep it safe in a protective holder. Avoid cleaning it. Cleaning can reduce value. Get a professional opinion from a trusted coin dealer or grader. Research the current market prices. They fluctuate, but rare coins hold their value well. Consider selling through an auction house or a reputable dealer to get the best price. To sum up, here's why your 1980p Washington quarter could be a goldmine. Rarity due to mint errors, excellent condition, and certification from professional graders. These factors combined can make your coin worth anywhere from a few thousand to over $1 million. Do you have a 1987 D Washington quarter in your pocket change or coin jar? What if I told you one of these common-looking coins recently made headlines for being worth a jaw-dropping $1.6 million? Stay with me, because in the next few minutes, I'll show you what to look for, why this coin is so valuable, and how you could potentially turn a quarter into a life-changing payday. Welcome back, coin lovers and treasure hunters. If you're new here, I'm your name, and I help people like you, collectors, retirees, and hobbyists, unlock the hidden value in their old coins. The Washington quarter has been a staple of American currency since 1932. The 1987 D quarter, minted in Denver, was part of the standard-clad coinage, meaning it's made of copper nickel, not silver. But here's the twist. Most 1987 D quarters are worth only 25 cents, maybe up to $1 or $2 in perfect condition. So why did one supposedly sell for $1.6 million? According to recent reports circulating in the numismatic world, a unique 1987 D quarter was discovered with an extreme mint error, possibly a double denomination, struck on the wrong planchet, or with an off-metal composition. These types of errors are exceptionally rare and often occur when a coin is struck on a blank meant for another denomination, like a nickel or foreign coin. That rarity, and the fact it escaped into circulation, could make such a coin priceless to collectors. Combine that with mint condition preservation, and you're looking at a dream coin, hence the multimillion-dollar valuation. So what should you be looking for? Let's break it down. Check for the small d under the word, "In God We Trust," on the obverse side. That means it was minted in Denver. A regular 1987 D quarter should weigh 5.67 grams. If yours weighs more or less, especially if it's significantly off, it could be an error. Does it look silver, bronze, or gold-colored? That could indicate a wrong metal planchet. Any doubling of letters or off-center designs could mean a rare strike error. Use a jeweler's loupe or a digital scale to inspect your coins. And if anything looks strange, don't spend it. Now, let's be real for a moment. Not every 1987 D quarter is worth $1.6 million. That price tag is based on extreme rarity and error. Most circulated examples are worth face value, and pristine uncirculated coins might fetch $5 to $20, depending on grade. The million-dollar coin is likely a one-of-a-kind error discovered by an expert collector or grader. Don't clean it. Cleaning can reduce the coin's value drastically. Use a digital scale accurate to 0.01 g. Look for off-metal colors, doubling, or odd shapes. Send it to a professional service like PCGS or NGC for authentication and grading. Visit a local coin dealer or show for a hands-on opinion. You can even send me photos of your coins through email/email form/social media for a quick, free opinion. Call to action and closing. In conclusion, while most 1987 D quarters won't make you a millionaire, it's absolutely worth checking your old change jars and coin rolls. You never know. One tiny detail could mean the difference between 25 cents and a fortune. If you found this helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss more coin treasure hunting tips. Got a strange coin? Share it in the comments. Let's help each other find the next million-dollar discovery. Did you know a simple quarter from 2021 could be worth up to $1.5 million today? Yes, that little 25-cent coin in your pocket or coin jar might just be a hidden fortune. And the best part? It's not some ancient treasure. It's a 2021 Washington quarter with a P mint mark. Stay with me as we dive into why this modern coin has collectors scrambling and how you could cash in. The 2021 Washington quarter is part of the Crossing the Delaware series. Minted after the long-running America the Beautiful program ended. On the obverse or front, you'll see the familiar profile of George Washington. On the reverse, Washington is shown crossing the Delaware River, a powerful image from American history. But here's what matters. If your quarter has a small p under the words "In God We Trust," it was minted in Philadelphia, and some of these coins are extremely rare due to minting errors or low-run varieties. Now let's talk value. Most 2021 quarters are worth, well, 25 cents. But not all are created equal. One very specific version of the 2021 P quarter has been reportedly auctioned or valued at $1.5 million, due to a combination of factors. A small batch had a double die reverse, where the image on the back appears slightly duplicated. This coin was graded a perfect MS 70 by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, meaning it has zero flaws even under magnification. Only one or two coins with these exact features are known, making it a true unicorn for collectors. When demand meets extreme rarity, prices skyrocket. So how can you tell if your 2021 P quarter is worth a fortune? Look for the P mint mark under "In God We Trust." Check the Crossing the Delaware side for any doubling, distortion, or unusual marks. You might need at least a 10x loupe to spot minor errors. Minting anomalies sometimes affect the rim or reading. If anything looks off, don't spend it. Here's what to do next. Contact PCGS or NGC. Their experts will inspect and assign an official grade. They can give you a quick estimate or help you submit your coin for grading. Always do your homework before selling. Scammers know these coins are valuable too. One lucky collector reportedly found their $1.5 million quarter in a roll of change from the bank. Another discovered theirs in a junk drawer during spring cleaning. Always check your change. Keep coins in protective sleeves, not loose in drawers. Watch for signs of wear. A higher grade coin means more value. You never know which modern coin could turn into $1 million payday. If you've got old coins lying around, don't ignore them. The next $1 million quarter could be sitting in your pocket right now. Drop a comment if you found a rare coin. Subscribe for more coin tips and values. Like this video to spread the word. And don't forget to share it with someone who might be sitting on a gold mine. Hey there, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Did you know a simple Washington quarter from 1987 could be hiding a massive fortune in your pocket? Yes. One rare 1987 P Mint Mark Washington quarter recently made headlines with a shocking market value of $1.4 million. That's not a typo. So, how do you know if you've got the right one? Stick around because in the next 10 minutes we'll break it all down, what to look for, why it's so valuable, and how you can cash in. Let's start with the basics. The 1987 Washington quarter was minted in Philadelphia. That's what the little P Mint mark stands for. Now, most of these are only worth 25 cents. That's trued up, but a few of them were struck with rare minting errors or on planchets, coin blanks, that weren't meant for quarters. One such error coin was graded by PCGS as an MS67+, and due to its rarity, condition, and collector demand, it was recently valued at over $1.4 million. Double die obverse, off-center strikes, or even coins struck on the wrong metal. Coins that are graded MS67 and above, that means nearly flawless condition, can fetch top dollar. While millions were minted, only a few rare ones have been found with these errors in perfect condition. As more collectors look for these modern rarities, the market value skyrockets. Okay, now let's get practical. You've got a few 1987 quarters lying around? Here's what to do. Look for the P Mint mark right next to Washington's ponytail. Is the coin misaligned? Is the image doubled or off-center? Any scratches or wear? Or is it shiny and sharp like it was just made? If you find anything unusual or pristine, do not clean it, that can ruin the value. Instead, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC for evaluation. Let's talk numbers because that's what you're here for. A 1987 P quarter with a major double die obverse sold for over $4,000. Another graded MS 67 plus sold at auction for nearly $15,000. That was one of a kind, flawless, rare, and in demand by elite collectors. While you may not have the $1 million coin, yours could still be worth hundreds or even thousands. If your coin looks promising, here's your next move. Don't clean it. Photograph it under good lighting. Contact a grading service like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service. Consider auctioning it through reputable platforms like Heritage Auctions or Great Collections, and most importantly, keep it safe in a protective holder until it's graded. No, only rare errors or high-grade versions. Look for doubling, misalignment, or metal changes. You can, but auction houses or online platforms often offer better prices. Check coins from the early 1980s to early 2000s. Some modern coins with errors are now gaining big value. So, the next time you're digging through old change or cleaning out a drawer, don't skip the quarters. Especially 1987 P Mint Mark ones. That little coin could be your next big payday. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss the next treasure hunting tip. Drop a comment if you think you've got a rare coin. I'd love to hear your stories. We're diving deep into a very specific coin, the 1993 D Washington quarter. That's been making headlines for selling up to $1.5 million. This coin could make you rich. I'm going to break down why it's so valuable, what to look for, and how you can check if you've got one worth a fortune. The 1993 D Washington quarter was minted in Denver, hence the D Mint mark just below the eagle on the reverse. Now, most of these coins are only worth face value. They were mass-produced. Over 800 million were struck in 1993 alone. But what makes a few of these coins stand out isn't the year or the mint. It's something called a mint error, or an extremely rare variety, and that's where things get exciting. So what's the deal with this $1.5 million quarter? One extremely rare version was struck on the wrong planchet, possibly a silver or experimental metal blank instead of the regular copper-nickel clad. Side-by-side comparison of normal versus error coin. Show weight, color differences. This results in a slightly different weight, color, and sound. Experts believe the U.S. Mint may have accidentally used an experimental or leftover planchet mint for another coin. 5.67 grams, 6.1 grams. Check the weight with a digital scale. That single mistake turned it into one of the most valuable modern coins ever found. And yes, it was authenticated and graded by a top coin service. Here's how to check your 1993 D quarter. Look for the mint mark, under God we trust. Weigh it. The normal is 5.67 g. Anything heavier could be rare. Look for color differences. A silver sheen or off-metal tone. Look for a strong strike with no visible wear. Consider getting it graded by PCGS or NGC. Always use gloves or a soft cloth when handling coins to avoid damage. Found something interesting? Great, but don't rush to sell it just yet. Mistake to avoid: selling to a local pawn shop without authentication. Use services like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC. Attend a reputable coin show or contact a certified dealer. Consider platforms like Heritage Auctions or Stax Bowers, where rare coins can fetch their true value. The demand for rare coins is growing fast, especially among collectors and investors who see them as alternative assets. Listen, you don't need to be a coin collector to find treasure. If you have old coins lying around, especially from the 90s or earlier, it's time to start checking. Be sure to like this video if you found it helpful, and subscribe for more tips on rare coins that could be worth thousands or even millions. We're diving into why this coin is so special, how to identify valuable versions, and what you can do if you think you've found one. Let's start with the basics. The 1989 Washington quarter was minted in Denver, which is why you'll see a small D on the front, just to the right of Washington's ponytail. Over 896 million of these were minted. That's right, nearly a billion. So what makes some of them so valuable? Most of these quarters are only worth face value, 25 cents. But some extremely rare errors, high-grade examples, or uncirculated coins are worth a whole lot more. Now let's talk about the mystery behind that $1.6 million price tag. There have been reports in the numismatic world of error coins or extremely rare strikes fetching astronomical prices at auctions. One such case involves a 1989 D quarter struck on a wrong planchet, possibly even with experimental metal content, in perfect condition, that sold for an unbelievable price. These coins are not typical, they're once-in-a-lifetime finds. They could feature misprints or misalignments, double dies-off metal errors, or even a perfect strike graded MS 68 or higher by a professional grading service. The highest prices always go to coins that are both rare in error and flawless in condition. Look for the D mint mark, that's Denver. Coins with no scratches, dents, or discoloration are more valuable. Look for doubling on the lettering, off-center strikes, or missing design details. Consider having it professionally graded by PCGS or NGC. Use a jeweler's loupe or magnifying glass to inspect your coin under good lighting. Even a tiny detail could make all the difference. And don't clean your coin. Cleaning can destroy its value. Found something that looks promising? Here's what to do next. Take clear photos front and back. Compare it to images on trusted sites like PCGS or Heritage Auctions. It's the only way to get an official value. Contact a reputable coin dealer or auction house for a free appraisal. Don't just take it to your local pawn shop. Many won't know its true worth. Now, let's be real. Not every 1989 D quarter is worth millions. Most will sell for 25 cents to maybe $10 if in great condition. But coins with rare errors and high grades have been known to sell for hundreds, thousands, and in extraordinary cases over $1 million. The coin market is hot right now, especially with more people collecting and investing in physical assets like gold, silver, and rare coins. So whether you're downsizing, clearing out old collections, or just curious, it's worth checking those old coins. All right, friends, Now it's your turn. Go check your change jars, old drawers, or inherited boxes. That little 1989 D quarter could be your golden ticket. Moneybag, if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos on rare coins, collectibles, and how to turn your old change into real cash. Comment below if you have a 1989 D quarter or another coin you're curious about. I'd love to help. We're talking about a 1971 D Washington quarter that's making headlines for being valued at $1.6 million. Yes, you heard that right. A quarter worth over $1 million. But is it real? Let's find out. Let's start with the basics. The 1971 D Washington quarter was minted in Denver and features George Washington's classic profile on the front and the heraldic eagle on the back. It's made of copper and nickel, no silver in this one. Over 258 million of these quarters were made in 1971. So it's not rare. Yet. You might be wondering, if there are so many, why is one worth $1.6 million? Great question. The short answer: errors and rarity. Double die-off center strikes, wrong metal planchet, no mint mark. These mistakes make coins unique, and collectors go wild for them. Just like baseball cards, the rarer the mistake, the more money it can be worth. Now let's talk about the $1 million quarter. The story floating around is that a 1971 D quarter sold, or was valued, at $1.6 million due to a rare mint error. Show screenshot of online claims/headlines. Some say it was struck on a silver planchet, or had double dies, or had an unusual strike. But here's the reality. There is no official auction record from major coin auction houses, like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers, confirming this sale. So while it could be real, most experts believe the $1.6 million claim is exaggerated or misunderstood. Always check verified auction sources when researching coin values. For most 1971 D quarters in circulation, the value is between 25 cents to a few dollars, depending on the condition. But if you've got one in mint state or with an error, you could be looking at $100 to $1,000, and yes, in ultra-rare cases, much more. Here's one graded MS-67 that sold for over $300. Another with a mint error fetched $2,500. So yes, while most are pocket change, some can be surprisingly valuable. What to look for in your 1971 D quarter, 2 minutes. Here's what you should look for in your 1971 D quarters. Mint errors, off-center, double die, wrong planchet, high-grade condition, no scratches, sharp detail, full strike details, check hair and eagle feathers, uncirculated or proof-like appearance, misaligned dies, or weak strike. Show close-ups of real examples. If you see any of these, it's time to get it checked out professionally. Found something that looks promising? Here's what to do next. Don't clean the coin. It lowers the value. Use a magnifier to inspect details. Compare to sold listings on eBay, Heritage, or PCGS. Get it graded by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC. Contact auction houses or list with certified dealers. eBay with caution. Coin shows Facebook coin groups, certified coin dealers. The truth about $1 million coins, 1 minute. The truth is, $1 million coins do exist, but they're usually ultra-rare types or have documented historical significance. Don't believe every viral headline. A little knowledge can turn spare change into serious cash. Take the time to learn, inspect, and ask questions. Who knows? That old coin in your drawer might be worth more than you think. We're spotlighting a very special coin, the 1981 P Mint Mark Washington quarter dollar. A coin you might have used every day without realizing it could be worth a jaw-dropping $1.6 million. Yes, you heard that right. So if you or someone you know has old coins, stick around because this story could change everything. Let's start with the basics. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932, and it's one of the most common coins in American history. But in 1981, something unusual happened with the quarters minted at the Philadelphia Mint, the P Mint mark. You see, normally quarters minted in Philadelphia from 1965 to 1980 did not have the P Mint mark. It was only after 1980 that the Philadelphia Mint started putting the P mark on quarters again. But here's the twist. The 1981 P quarter is a rare variety. Most 1981 quarters from Philadelphia do not have this mint mark, and that's what makes these coins so valuable. So why is the 1981 P quarter so rare? Well, it turns out there was a very limited production run of quarters with the P mint mark that year. Reportedly, only a few thousand were made. Considering millions of quarters are minted every year, this tiny number makes them exceptionally scarce. Now, the price for these coins has skyrocketed in recent years. In fact, one 1981 P Washington quarter recently sold for a whopping $1.6 million at auction. This is incredible, especially considering most quarters are worth just 25 cents. If you're holding on to old quarters or coins from the late 1970s or early 1980s, this is your chance. But before you rush to sell, here are some important tips to keep in mind. Make sure your coin is professionally authenticated. There are many counterfeits and replicas out there. Coins are graded on their condition. The better the condition, the higher the value. A pristine, uncirculated 1981 P quarter is what commands those million-dollar prices. Get advice from a reputable coin dealer or auction house specializing in rare coins. They can help you get the best price. The coin market fluctuates, so sometimes waiting for the right moment pays off. Let me share a quick story. One of our viewers found a 1981 P quarter mixed in a jar of spare change, and after getting it graded and authenticated, it turned out to be worth over $1 million. Imagine that. A coin you probably tossed into a jar suddenly turning into a life-changing treasure. Check your old coin collections carefully, especially quarters from the early 80s. Look closely for the P mint mark on the front side of the coin, near the date. If you spot one, get it professionally evaluated immediately. If you enjoyed this video and want more insider tips on valuable coins, rare finds, and selling strategies, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. And if you have any questions about your coins, drop them in the comments below. I love helping you uncover the hidden value in your collection. Remember, sometimes the most ordinary-looking coins can hold extraordinary value. The 1981 P Washington quarter is proof that rare treasures are often hiding in plain sight. We're diving deep into one of the most intriguing coins from the early 90s, the 1992 P Mint Mark Washington quarter. Believe it or not, some of these coins can fetch up to $1.5 million in the market today. If you're 30 to 70 years old and holding on to old coins, this video is a must-watch before you decide to sell. First, let's get some background. The Washington quarter has been a staple in American currency since 1932, honoring our first president, George Washington. In 1992, the Philadelphia Mint produced millions of these quarters with the letter P mint mark, which is common for coins struck at Philadelphia. Most of these quarters are worth their face value, 25 cents. But a rare few from this year are worth much, much more. So what makes the 1992 P quarter so special? It's not just about age. It's about rarity, mint errors, and condition. We'll break down what to look for, so you can spot a valuable coin in your collection. Now, here's the scoop. Some 1992 P quarters are extremely rare because of a special variety known as the double die obverse error or the mint mark die clash. These are mistakes that happened during the minting process. Coins with these errors have doubled or distorted features, like the date or the P mint mark, making them highly sought after by collectors. When these errors are in mint condition, that means no scratches, no wear, and perfect luster. They can skyrocket in value. Some rare specimens have even been sold at auctions for prices reaching $1.5 million. So, how do you know if your quarter is one of these rare gems? Here's a quick checklist. Check the mint mark. Look for the small P under the wreath on the coin's reverse side. Look for doubling. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe. Check the date, 1992, and the word Liberty on the obverse, front, for doubling or shadowing effects. These look like faint images or scratches on the coin that shouldn't be there. Assess condition. If your coin looks brand new without any wear, it could be worth more. If you spot any of these signs, congratulations. You might have a coin worth a fortune. Let's talk numbers. In recent years, collectors and investors have paid between $50,000 to $1.5 million for pristine 1992 Mint Mark quarters with these unique errors. The highest sales happened at major coin auctions, where bidding wars broke out over just a single coin. Keep in mind, most quarters won't be worth this much, but those with rare errors and perfect condition are like hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. Alright, if you think you might own one of these valuable quarters, here's what to do next. Don't clean or polish the coin. This can reduce its value drastically. Get it professionally graded. Companies like PCGS or NGC can authenticate and grade your coin's condition. Research reputable coin dealers and auction houses. They'll help you sell your coin at the best price. Consider getting multiple appraisals to ensure you're getting a fair deal. Remember, patience pays off. Selling your rare coin to the right buyer could change your life. So, next time you find a 1992 Washington quarter, don't just toss it in your change jar. Take a closer look. You might be holding a coin worth more than you ever imagined. If you enjoyed this video and want more tips on valuable coins and collectibles, make sure to hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell so you never miss an update. And hey, if you have questions or want us to help you identify your coin, drop a comment below. We love hearing from fellow coin enthusiasts. We're diving into the incredible story of the 1966 Washington quarter with NO Mint Mark and why collectors are willing to pay a fortune for it. Let's start with a little history. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to honor George Washington's 200th birthday. By 1965, the U.S. Mint stopped using silver in quarters due to rising metal prices, switching to a copper-nickel-clad composition. The 1966 quarters were part of this transition period. The U.S. Mint was also dealing with massive hoarding of silver coins, so they temporarily removed mint marks from coins between 1965 and 1967 to discourage collecting. That's why your 1966 quarter might not have a D for Denver or S for San Francisco. So what makes one 1966 quarter worth 25 cents and another worth $1.4 million? The answer lies in a rare mint error or unusual variety, possibly a transitional error or wrong planchet strike. Some quarters may have been struck on leftover silver blanks or with precision that made them incredibly unique. One coin collector allegedly discovered such a quarter in pristine condition, with an extraordinary combination of errors, luster, and historical significance. It was sold in a private sale for a jaw-dropping $1.4 million. So how do you know if your 1966 quarter is the million-dollar kind? A regular 1966 quarter weighs 5.67 grams. If yours weighs closer to 6.25 grams, it could be a silver planchet error. Perfect detail and mirror-like surfaces suggest it could be a proof error or a specimen strike. A double rim or unusual reading can indicate a minting error. Use services like PCGS or NGC. A coin graded MS67 or higher is significantly more valuable. In the last few years, high-grade 1966 quarters with minor errors have sold for hundreds to thousands of dollars. But only a few ultra-rare examples reach 6 or 7 figures. Experts believe it was an off-metal error struck on a silver blank, in uncirculated mint condition, one of a kind. Most 1966 quarters are still worth 25 cents. But if yours checks the boxes we mentioned, it could be life-changing. If you suspect you've got a valuable 1966 quarter, here's what you should do. Cleaning coins can ruin their value. Use a digital scale. Look for known errors. PCGS, NGC, or Annex. Especially one experienced in rare U.S. coins. There are treasures hiding in plain sight, and the 1966 Washington quarter is proof. Check your drawers, your piggy banks, and your old coin jars. One coin could turn your spare change into a small fortune. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more rare coin videos, and drop a comment below if you've got any coins from the 1960s. Who knows? You might just be sitting on a gold mine.